And so our course is our signature professional learning offering. In fact, designed it to give concrete and practical guidance to implement culturally responsive practices. It's rooted in research as well as practical applications, and it provides you with a shortcut to success by helping you understand the knowledge, the skills, and also the dispositions that you need to really implement culturally responsive teaching using my proprietary framework that I developed after 12 years of working through this, and led by me, a recognized expert in the field of music and DEI. So the course is both comprehensive on knowledge and on skills. And so I designed it to not just be another, content, but the sessions are long enough so that we have time to practice skills together. So the first time you do something, it's not in front of your kids, right? So you have some practice. And also so that during the sessions, you have time to create some of the things so you're ready come Monday morning to get right to application. And it's created for you, a music educator by a music educator with practical experience, myself inside the classroom, teaching general music, choir, band at the elementary, middle, and high school level. And now my 9 years of experience working with teachers, music teachers outside. So it'll help you to develop cultural proficiency and that mindset for equity that we talked about so that you can ensure that your program provides equitable opportunities for all of your learners, right? So you can cultivate a program that easily attracts, engages, and retains learners of all backgrounds and abilities. So if you're one of those people that I said before, if you're noticing certain kids are more engaged, certain are not, certain kids are not even enrolling into your elective courses, this part is going to be key for you. We're going to learn how to work in co-partnership with your music students. So I'm going to teach you the protocols that I use to cultivate an affirming learning environment where they feel a sense of belonging so that they feel safe to take the risk necessary for high quality learning and improved musicianship skills. If you're looking for how can I stop controlling and managing every little thing, this part will definitely be key for you. I'm going to teach you the process I developed for researching repertoire and finding the relevant pedagogical connections for your kids so that you can be confident, no more relying on those lists and reading sessions to select appropriate but relevant repertoire that's going to connect with your students. If you in particular are really wondering, how can I be certain that I'm not going to cause offense? How can I be certain that someone's not going to be upset by my choice? This piece is going to be key for you. We're also going to learn how to unpack standards and connect them to real world contexts so that you can be really intentional about creating a culturally responsive music curriculum. I'm not trying to put the round peg in the square hole. I think I messed it up, but you can create a culturally responsive curriculum that's going to engage your kids in rigorous music learning and the development of excellent musicianship skills. If you're a teacher who sometimes struggles with figuring out how to look at a standard and know how will this translate, this will be key for you. And then finally, you're going to learn how to design lesson and rehearsal plans for variability that provide a pathway to success for students with a variety of backgrounds and abilities so that you can make sure that every student in your program has access to the high quality learning that they deserve. Nobody just smiling, looking happy, but not really learning. Everybody has the support they need to get to the goals that you have set. Especially if you're somebody who has a lot of students with a lot of different needs, this is going to be key for you to learn how can you stop exhausting yourself, differentiating on the back end, and just create from the beginning for variability. So here are the details of how it works. I'm also going to put a link in the chat and you'll get email follow-up because I know this is a lot of words I'm saying at you. So the sessions are the 4 sessions. 4 sessions, 4 keys, right? So each session is a deep dive into one portion of the framework so that you don't get overwhelmed trying to do a bunch of things at once. So we're going to focus on one thing, developing knowledge and skill in one area at a time. It's going to be virtual and on Saturday. So last year when I did programs that were direct to teachers, like this program is going to be this time, I knew that doing things in person, it can just be tough with the schedule you have during the school year, right? Even after school, you have rehearsals. Right now it's marching band season, right? And I also know that even with the best intentions, trying to make it to evening classes, it's just hard after an already long day. So for this course, the sessions that are available for teachers, all of the sessions will be virtual on Saturdays, so you can learn comfortably in your PJs from home or wherever you feel comfortable, and also so you don't have to worry about attending a session after already a long day. And I do want to mention, because I know we have a mix of teachers and instructional leaders, so like I said before, this has only been available until now for my district and organizational partners, and it still is. So if you are interested in having me privately facilitate this for your school, your district, organization, let's follow up about how that could look for your situation. It's still available, but it's just not available in 2 different ways, right? More the merrier. The course also includes community, so it's cohort-based, so everybody will move together through the session so that you can collaborate. Also, you'll have access to an online course community, not on Facebook, so that you can ask questions and network with fellow like-minded music educators. Sometimes you just need to talk with people that are going through it just like you, right? And you might be the only one. So I want to make sure that you have a community that you can plug into between our sessions to also be able to talk and to talk about the things that are happening. You're going to get a workbook and resources. So I've done all the hard work of curating resources that I know will help you along the way so that you don't have to hunt and peck on Google every night and weekend trying to piece together things. So every session has a workbook. You'll also get my personally created reading list that I've developed, resources for instructional examples that I've used in my own classrooms, repertoire suggestions, templates, and more. My goal, again, is to make it easy for you. You have already enough on your plate. So I've done the hard work of pulling these resources together so you're ready to go ahead and implement. You will also have access to the session recordings for 90 days after the course, because sometimes you just need to review afterwards, right? Sometimes a second watch or listen is all you need. So all 4 recordings will be available afterwards for 90 days. So as you're working through it, you'll have access to be able to go back. That's the nice thing about doing it virtually, is that we'll be able to record right in there. And I also want to make sure that you get credit for your hard work, because for real, the course could itself be a graduate certificate. It is 24 hours of course tasks. Again, most of that is going to be us together on Saturday. And so you will get a PD certificate for those 24 hours that you can use. You have to check your state requirements. Some states, the PD certificate that we already use is good enough for licensure requirements. Right now, we're working on Maryland and New York. My team is going through the process of becoming an approved PD provider, so hopefully that'll be finalized soon. We're also working with a university partner because, like I said, this could be a graduate certificate. So we're working to be able to add on graduate credits as well. That might not be finished in the next 2 weeks, but we're working as hard as we can to make sure we have all that, because this is work that you are invested in, and we are invested in making sure that you get credit for the hard work that you're doing. So all of this is worth its investment on the own, I know, for music teachers to develop the cultural proficiency, to remove barriers, learn how to cultivate a learning environment that fosters belonging, leveraging diverse materials, learning how to design instruction focused on standards and equitable access. Like, each of those could be its own course, right? For instructional leaders, you don't have to feel guilty anymore if you don't have a clear professional learning plan for your music teachers. Oftentimes, my instructional leader folks say, I just feel bad. I don't know what to do, right? I've got the plan for you. I've got you. It allows you to focus on the big vision, right? You can work on the vision and not have to get in the nitty gritty of the details. I've got the details handled. It's going to help you to retain your teachers because they're going to have more job satisfaction, and you're going to increase their capacity to cultivate diverse, equitable, and inclusive culturally responsive music programs. That's why we're here, right? So with all of these things combined in a way that I know and has been proven to work, it's worth making an investment in yourself and in your students, right? I've created the blueprint, literally codified my approach, and I'm ready to just give it to you so that you can work it. So you can continue to attend one and done workshops like this, attend every single DEI conference session at your state's music ed conference, hunt and peck all over the Googles. You could try to piece together the information and just do it on your own. You could keep relying on others to tell you what's culturally responsive and what's not for your program students. And you can keep sitting through unrelated PDs because there might not be another option, right? Or are you ready for me to give you a comprehensive plan to cultivate a culturally responsive music program without having to add extra work to your plate? Are you ready to work with an experienced facilitator who has a track record of success for getting my teachers results? And are you ready to see some transformation, not just in your music program, but for yourself, your own satisfaction with the work that